In the depths of the universe, there was a family story lost amidst the shadows of a deserted mansion. Ravenhurst Manor, with its locked doors and forgotten rooms, had turned into a legend of a ghostly presence. However, when the true heirs of the legacy, the Holloway family, decided to rediscover this forgotten estate, they witnessed the awakening of a dark curse. Richard Holloway, turning the doorknob of the mansion, entered with his wife Elizabeth and their young daughter Emily. Initially, the worn-out furnishings and tattered wallpapers created an atmosphere that added to the mystery of the house's past. Yet, as night fell, strange sounds began echoing within the mansion. Richard Holloway, turning the doorknob of the mansion, entered with his wife Elizabeth and their young daughter Emily. Initially, the worn-out furnishings and tattered wallpapers created an atmosphere that added to the mystery of the house's past. Yet, as night fell, strange sounds began echoing within the mansion. On the first night, the family members had peculiar dreams. Shadows wandering through empty rooms, whispers emanating from the walls, and silhouettes resembling ghosts from the past. Despite Richard reassuring his family that these were just the normal sounds of an old house, he could sense something awakening within the mansion. When Emily was alone in her room, she saw a figure reflected in an antique mirror beside an old cradle. The figure, adorned with a medallion around its neck, watched Emily. That night, whether it was a ghost from the mansion's past or just a child's imagination, remained unknown. The true horror began when they discovered an old tunnel beneath the mansion, extending to the dungeons of Ravenhurst Manor. It was here that a family tragedy had unfolded years ago. As Richard roamed through these tunnels, he began to face the dark side of the legacy. In the hidden rooms of the mansion, amidst family photographs, Richard found a portrait of someone who had once been a part of the family, but had been erased from the story. His name was Jeffrey, and the curse had started with his mysterious death. Since then, Jeffrey's ghost, refusing to leave the mansion, seemed to be seeking some form of revenge. At midnight, a mysterious illumination swept through the mansion. An old piano melody emanated from the walls, echoing through the corridors and waking the entire family from their deep slumber. While Richard rushed to his wife and daughter's rooms, he once again saw the ghostly figure vanishing into the shadows. Finally, the family had to confront the true face of the legacy. The ghost of Jeffrey, breaking years of silence, began to recount the injustices he had suffered. Yet, burning with the fire of revenge, he carried an ominous undertone that could consume every room in the mansion. Richard and his family were forced to make a deal with Jeffrey's ghost. They offered him a chance to right the wrongs of the past and end the curse. However, this involved a terrifying struggle within the mansion throughout the night. At midnight, the screams echoing through the mansion corridors and the piano melody were the last cries of the ghost within. When morning came, the mansion fell silent, and the shadows dispersed. The curse had been lifted, but the past would never be forgotten. The family decided to forge a new life in the cleansed mansion. Yet, sometimes, the echoes of the past were still felt. As Richard wandered through the corridors, he could still faintly hear Jeffrey's piano melody. The true heirs had become a part of this dark story and had illuminated a forgotten legacy.